In Religion and Rationality, Essays on Reason, God, and Modernity, Habermas explores the complex relationship between religious belief and rational thought in modern society. Habermas is well known for his work in critical theory and his attempts to reconcile different spheres of human life, particularly those concerning reason and faith. This collection of essays provides insight into how religion interacts with modernity, highlighting the tensions between secularization and the persistence of religious beliefs in contemporary society. Habermas begins by acknowledging that the Enlightenment project placed reason at the center of human life, promoting the view that through rational thought, humanity could overcome superstition and religious dogma. This shift led to the secularization of the public sphere, with religion increasingly relegated to the private realm. However, Habermas is critical of the assumption that religion will inevitably disappear as societies become more modern and rational. Instead, he argues that religion continues to play a significant role in shaping moral and ethical frameworks, even in highly secularized contexts. One of Habermas' central arguments is that modernity does not necessarily lead to the decline of religion, but rather to a transformation in its role. He suggests that while religion may lose its authority over public life, it continues to influence private morality and ethical behavior. Furthermore, religion offers resources for understanding fundamental human concerns, such as suffering, justice, and mortality, which rational thought alone cannot fully address. In this sense, Habermas sees religion as providing a complementary perspective to the rational discourse that dominates modern public life. Despite this, Habermas maintains a commitment to the principles of reason and rationality as the foundation of modern democratic societies. He argues that in the public sphere, political decisions must be justified through rational argumentation that is accessible to all citizens, regardless of their religious or cultural background. This principle is central to Habermas' theory of communicative action, which emphasizes the importance of rational discourse in achieving mutual understanding and consensus. In this context, religious arguments must be translated into secular language if they are to be accepted in public deliberations. However, Habermas also recognizes the limitations of purely secular rationality in addressing moral and existential questions. He argues that reason alone cannot provide a sufficient basis for morality, as it often lacks the emotional and cultural depth that religious traditions offer. Religion, in his view, provides a narrative framework that helps individuals make sense of their lives and offers a source of motivation for moral action. This is particularly important in times of social crisis, when purely rational approaches may fail to inspire the kind of solidarity and compassion needed to address complex moral challenges. Habermas is careful to avoid reducing religion to a mere tool for moral instruction or social cohesion. He acknowledges the intrinsic value of religious belief for many people and argues that modernity must find a way to coexist with religious pluralism. This requires a delicate balance between respecting the autonomy of individuals to hold religious beliefs and ensuring that these beliefs do not undermine the principles of a secular democratic society. Habermas suggests that this balance can be achieved through what he calls the translation of religious arguments into secular terms. In this process, religious believers participate in public debates by expressing their views in ways that are understandable and acceptable to those who do not share their faith. This allows for the inclusion of religious perspectives in public discourse, without compromising the secular nature of democratic decision-making. One of the key challenges that Habermas addresses is the role of religion in a pluralistic society. He argues that in modern democracies, individuals are free to hold a wide range of religious and non-religious beliefs, but this diversity can lead to tensions when different groups have conflicting views on moral and political issues. Habermas emphasizes the importance of dialogue and mutual respect in resolving these conflicts. He suggests that religious and secular citizens alike must be willing to engage in rational discourse and to listen to the perspectives of others. This process of dialogue, according to Habermas, can lead to greater mutual understanding and help to bridge the divide between religious and secular worldviews. In addition to his analysis of the relationship between religion and reason, Habermas also explores the concept of modernity itself. He argues that modernity is characterized by the differentiation of various spheres of life, such as politics, science, and religion, each of which operates according to its own logic and principles. This differentiation allows for greater specialization and progress in each sphere, but it also creates the potential for fragmentation and alienation. Habermas is concerned that the increasing dominance of technical and instrumental rationality in modern life can lead to a loss of meaning and purpose, as individuals become disconnected from the broader moral and existential questions that religion traditionally addressed. To counter this, Habermas calls for a reintegration of these different spheres through rational discourse. He believes that reason can serve as a bridge between the various domains of human life, allowing for a more holistic understanding of the world. In this context, religion can play a role in providing meaning and purpose, while rational thought ensures that moral and political decisions are made in a way that is fair and just for all members of society. Habermas sees this as a dynamic and ongoing process, in which reason and religion engage in a dialogue that enriches both. Habermas' essays also address the challenges posed by fundamentalism, both religious and secular. He argues that fundamentalism, whether in the form of religious extremism or an uncritical adherence to secular rationality, undermines the possibility of genuine dialogue and mutual understanding. Fundamentalism, in his view, is characterized by a refusal to engage with opposing viewpoints and a dogmatic insistence on the superiority of one's own beliefs. Habermas warns that this kind of rigid thinking can lead to social polarization and conflict, making it difficult to achieve the kind of consensus that is necessary for democratic governance. He advocates for a more open and dialogical approach, in which different perspectives are respected and debated in a rational and inclusive manner. Religion and Rationality reflects Habermas' broader commitment to finding ways to reconcile the different aspects of human life within the framework of modernity. He does not reject religion outright, but neither does he advocate for a return to pre-modern forms of religious authority. Instead, he seeks to create a space where reason and religion can coexist and contribute to the ongoing project of creating a just and democratic society. For Habermas, this requires a willingness on the part of both religious and secular citizens to engage in open dialogue, to respect the autonomy of others, and to work together to find a common ground on the moral and political challenges of the modern world.